Are you feeling like it's too late to set your goals for this year? Are you finding it hard to envision what you want to accomplish within the next year of your life? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step method that I use to set my goals for this year and that I've been using for the past 3 years. It's simple, it's practical, and it works. Most of the goals on my last 3 vision boards have come true, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. Let's get into it. Now, most people have vision boards that look like this. There's nothing wrong with making a vision board full of pictures. It's just that setting goals and creating a vision board in that way has never made sense to me. How will I consistently take actions to achieve my goals if all I'm looking at is a picture? I actually type up my goals on the computer first, then print them out, put them on a board, and make them look pretty. Let's do this together. So get out your computer and we will set our goals for this year together. All right, so I am on Google Sheets. I really like this for the formatting. The grid lines make it really easy to organize everything. Use what works for you, but this is where I'm gonna be typing up my goals. So we're gonna start out by choosing a quote for this year. Now, choose something that resonates with you, that you think is going to help you over time, that you may need reminders of, and I think you'll just internally know. So I'll actually give you some examples of quotes that I've used on past vision boards. I've used, "Your life is your story," "Write well," "Edit often," "Look for the helpers." The one I used this last year, such a beautiful one. Oop. "One candle can wipe out darkness." Ooh, dark news. And I'll actually share my quote with you for this year, which is, "Accept people for who they are." If you have any trouble thinking of a quote, feel free to look on Pinterest, Google, anything that inspires you, and pick one that really feels right. Now we are going to choose our categories, which is how we're going to organize our goals. I like to use different areas of my life, so you can see I've typed here professional, personal, health, and finance. These are the categories I use, but I actually saw someone online share that they use different life roles that they have. So they may use like boss, husband, brother, son, whatever works for you, choose that. But I use these 4 categories, so that is what I'm going to be showing you today. So let's actually choose health. Now, I like to set 2 goals per category. I just think it's a perfect number. It's not too much, it's not too little. I think it's totally doable. Specifically under the health category, I like to set 1 goal for physical health and then another one for mental health. So I'm gonna set one for my physical health with you right now. I'm gonna say that by the end of the year, I wanna feel physically strong and energized. Now I'd like to actually break down what I'm exactly doing throughout this year to actually, by the end of the year, feel physically strong and energized, to be actually able to say that goal out loud and have it be true. So I break mine into 4 3-month periods. Now I'm going to choose specific actions that I'm going to take that will actually lead to me achieving this goal. So I might want to work out 4 times per week. And maybe I want some toned arms, so some toned shoulders. So I'm gonna do 1 shoulder workout per week. But it's not just about exercising. We can feel strong and energized in other ways. So I may also want to go to bed by 9 p.m. every night. And I may also want to try 1 new recipe per week. Let's change that to cook. Okay, so these are the specific actions that I'm gonna take in January through March to actually achieve this goal. Now, you may not actually feel physically strong and energized by the end of March, but remember, it's a goal for the whole year. So these are leading up to that, but obviously, hopefully you feel like you're having little wins throughout the year. There's no way that we can misinterpret this. It's, did I work out 4 times per week or did I not? Did I do 1 shoulder workout per week or did I not? Rather than saying, I just want to feel physically strong and energized, or I'm going to work out. But it's like, what exactly are we doing so that we can actually achieve our goal of working out or feeling physically strong and energized, which I think is a little bit more specific. So that's why I emphasize being really specific. Use numbers if you can, use adjectives, really try to be as descriptive as possible. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to April through June. And what I find is I honestly just like to copy these a lot of times because I like to do the same things, or I think that I wanna continue doing this. But you can absolutely edit. So maybe instead of working out 4 times per week, I want to work out 5 times per week. And maybe instead of doing a shoulder workout, I want to do a core workout every single week. So you can feel free to change these up or keep the exact same thing or completely change them, whatever is going to work for you. Now I'm going to show you a huge game-changing hack. It was game-changing for me, and I think that it will be game-changing for you. So when I get to July through September and October through December, many times this is what I will do. Now you might be like, what? But the reason why I basically leave this blank and I just leave a line is to encourage myself to write in my goals and to not sort of lock myself into having to do something, because I'm setting these at the beginning of the year, right? So maybe in 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 12 months from now, I don't really want to take these same actions. Maybe I've changed my mind. Maybe I've found that through trying these things, they don't actually work for me. But then I've already written out my goals. So then at the end of the year, I'm going to be like, oh, well, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And I'm going to feel really bad. When in reality, you really need to leave some room for yourself to adapt. So I'm leaving this open. You could also do something like this. So maybe I still know that I want some kind of specialized workout every week, but I don't know exactly what kind of workout I'm gonna wanna do 6 months from now. So I may still have this sentence out here, but I just don't exactly know what type of workout I wanna do. I don't know what I wanna fill in right here. So I'm just gonna leave that open for myself, and that way I can reevaluate what I wanna do after 6 months. Now I am done setting my one goal under my health category. So I would just do this again with a mental health related goal. At least that's how I do it. And then I would continue to set these goals under my other categories, which for me is professional, personal, and finance. Now that we've finished setting our goals, we can print them. Remember that if you used Excel or Google Sheets, remove those grid lines before you print, unless you like them, but I always take them out before I print. Now we're gonna wanna hang our goals up on the wall somewhere. You can actually just hang your goals up on the wall on the printer paper that it came out of the printer on, but you also can make a vision board out of it if you want. Now my vision board is all text, there are no pictures. I still think it looks nice though. There are definitely ways to make your vision board look really colorful and pretty, even with all text. So feel free to do that, feel free to add pictures, customize it to you. Now what I want you to do is hang your goals up on your wall somewhere that you're going to see them every single day. It doesn't need to be a place where you feel like it's staring at you all the time and causing stress, but just put it somewhere where you know you can't miss it. At some point in the day, at the very least, you have to glimpse at it as you're doing your thing, or at the most, you actually stop and read it. My next tip is super important. It will allow you to track your progress towards these goals over the year. Check in with your goals every once in a while. Now this can mean 1 month. For me, I usually check in with my goals every 3 months and just see where you're at. I want you to actually sit down or stand and read your goals, read the specific actions that you said you were going to take in that current 3-month period in order to eventually achieve that goal by the end of the year. I actually like to put little check marks over things that I completed. This is a way of marking that I have done that thing and a little celebration for the fact that I did it as well. I also write notes for myself on my vision board. So for example, let's say that in one 3-month period, I set the action that I was going to read 2 books. So if I am reviewing my vision board and I remember that I read 1 book, I'm gonna write that down because by the end of the 3-month period, I may not actually remember that I read that book. So check things off, write little notes to yourself, make sure you're checking in every once in a while to see how you're doing. This is also necessary if you left blanks in your goals like I did. You're gonna need to actually check in with yourself and write in goals for the rest of the year to make sure that you're staying on track. So make sure you're checking in with your goals every once in a while. You will see all the progress you're making and feel really good about it. At this point in the video, I want to congratulate you. You being here shows that not only do you want to see success in your life, but you are beginning to take the necessary steps to get there. Don't worry that part of this year has already passed. I actually set my goals after the new year started, which is unlike me, but I know that I still have a ton of time. Me being late to the game is not a setback because there is no deadline on goals. I can set goals anytime I want and achieve them whenever I take the actions that lead to that outcome. If you want to see the goals I achieved from my vision board last year, and there were some pretty big ones and big milestones I hit, then make sure to watch my year recap video next. My name is Monique, and thank you for watching. Of our goals. Why is this so hard? All right.
Hyundai versus the other.
But I actually heard someone. It's fine. It's fine.